God, this is cool, man. Enshrouded has grabbed more than 1 million players in just 4 days. That's right, joining Pal World and making January an impressive month for early access survival games. Fraser Brown over at PC
right.
Gamer. Dude, it's so cool. I love Enshrouded. I think it's fantastic. Developer Keen Games might have been a bit worried about releasing his new survival game Enshrouded, just as the world was obsessing over the pokey-like Pal World. Currently the most played game on Steam and the second most popular game in the platform's history. But it looks like there's room for 2 big survival game launches because Enshrouded has already managed to seduce more than 1 million players. Dude, that's us included. It certainly helps that Enshrouded and Pal World are very different takes on the genre. Pal World's novelty stems from its multitude of critters who can be captured, befriended, and put to work in your grody minds. Enshrouded, meanwhile, is a fantasy action RPG.
Get that cobalt out somehow.
Exactly, with less punishing survival mechanics than we're used to. That said, there are some similarities. Enshrouded also lets you rescue NPCs who you can attach to your camp in thanks for the rescue. Quote, "We're excited to let you know that this is just the beginning for Enshrouded," Keen Games added to a follow-up tweet. "We are looking forward to continuing the development of the game with your support, aiming to make Enshrouded the best game it can be. Once again, a heartfelt thank you to everyone." End quote. Enshrouded's concurrent numbers are looking pretty good too, peaking at more than 160,000 concurrent players just today, putting it on Steam's top 10 most played games. Pal World, meanwhile, is holding at the top spot with a daily peak of nearly 1.8 million concurrent players. Holy crap.
Yeah, Pal World is an absolute wildfire of success, and that's its own topic. However, Enshrouded is unfortunately getting kind of lost in the shadow of that one, but hopefully not. The idea that we get 1 million players into this game means there's at least some fan base. It will survive, it will last long enough for a lot of other people to jump on, because you and I have gone into it, and I find myself still thinking about it.
Yep, no,
Trying
absolutely.
to bug you to get back in, because there's adventuring to do and a whole lot more than Pal World is a little different.
Now, Pal World just didn't click for me. Enshrouded was an instant hook, right? I spent half my game time for a review building my home base, and then from there I'm like, okay, well, once I make my landscape bigger, now I can expand. Like, am I gonna start, dude, I'm gonna have like a little hut. Yo, I'm just thinking about this now. You know how much bigger we can make this, right? So all of a sudden now my blacksmith has his own little area to work on and stuff. Oh man, like there's gonna be huge things, opportunities. Now, something you pointed out to me this morning too was, hey, when you get into Enshrouded, make sure you password your server, because if you don't, people are actually jumping into those servers and robbing your crates if you don't have a password protected. So keep that in the back of your mind. You might want to make sure that's taken care of so you don't get bombarded and lose all your stuff. That would suck. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of burglary going on, but I do have a question, because I'm not certain. Is there any plans to bring it to console? I'm not sure if I asked you yet.
There is. Okay. So it's already got controller support, which is because they plan on bringing it over to Xbox and I believe PlayStation as well. I know Xbox for sure. So I'm like, man, how much further do I sink into my Steam side, right, with it coming to console, because I'm much more of a console player. That we'll be there lost
cross save.
Oh, please.
Hopefully cross save, cross plat, I hope, but I don't believe I have any sort of account on their side to transfer.
Well, there's
still questions, but
yeah, you would need a Keen server. It's kind of like the Ubisoft Connect, right? Once you have a Ubisoft Connect, you connect that, you're able to loop all over the place, which I think is fantastic. I love that stuff. So to be able to do that with Enshrouded and carry my stuff over, dude, that's what I'm waiting for with Predecessor, because I have a PC account and I have a PlayStation account, but all my stuff right now is locked and tied in my PC, and I want to get it over to my PlayStation. But, man, I just bought another Bellica skin over on my PC account. It's like, crap, I want to get it linked.
You are hooked.
Oh, I'm so in. I'm almost 50 hours into that one. But here we are with Enshrouded. Oh, man, there's so much to do, so much to explore. And the highlight for me is, if I'm just looking to chill, dude, I'll go out, I'll grab a bunch of resources, come back to base and start building, right? And I'll just keep building. But that's what I said. Now in the back of my mind, I'm going, I think my blacksmith needs his own place. You need to expand your workshop. Let's make this thing bigger. and then over here. So all of a sudden now you start building out your own town. Just wait when the whole community gets involved, how big this area is going to look for them, right? What contraptions are they going to make? I'm looking forward to see what the community gets into as well. Not only myself, but what they're going to build. Because I'm a pretty creative guy, but there's people who are way more creative than I am, and I'm anxious to see what they get into.
Well, there's likely a lot of people just as creative as you, but with more time. And they're going to end up putting into that game and creating some incredibly beautiful things. I've seen what the creative communities can do in Ark and similar games. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I just got some new material this morning, actually, in Enshrouded. I was like, oh, awesome. Like, man, okay, now I got to go mine those resources, right? And then you set out. Problem is, then you set out, and then you're down a rabbit hole that takes you off for like 3 hours that you had no intention of. I had 10 minutes.
Another shroud well.
Gone, right? Yeah, exactly. So there's so much to do, and I'm glad to see the success so quickly in 4 days, because I was worried, dude. When we previewed the game, I thought, man, Power World just took the world by storm. Please, people, do not miss out on Enshrouded. And it's nice to see that they're not. I'm like, fantastic, because now, yo, show me the roadmap. What do we got lined up for this game? Because every night I go to bed, I'm going, do I grab my Logitech device and then jump in over on Steam for a little bit, or so there? Yeah, but I'm kind of working on a couple other things too. Either way, very excited for the team over at Keen Games. This is awesome. I love to see the success after a rough start to the year, right? With so many developers getting laid off, it's nice to see successful games take off that kind of almost sort of came out of nowhere. I had my eye on Enshrouded last year. So to keep up with it and see the success for it today, where it is now, very, very happy for them.